Now calling for beheading the student encampment, beheading of individuals who support the state of Israel, including holding a people's tribunal where they're putting on trial, quote unquote, various members of their own board of trustees and calling for a guillotine. Columbia University students yelling at Jewish students, and I quote, "Never forget October 7th. It will not happen. It will happen. Not one more time, not 5 more times, not 10, not 100, not 1,000, but 10,000 times. The 7th of October is going to be every day for you." My question is, Ms. Pacheco, and for anybody else on the panel too, shouldn't we be deporting these students? We're now calling for beheading the student encampment, beheading of individuals who support the state of Israel, including holding a people's tribunal where they're putting on trial, quote unquote, various members of their own board of trustees and calling for a guillotine. Columbia University students yelling at Jewish students, and I quote, "Never forget October 7th. It will not happen. It will happen. Not one more time, not 5 more times, not 10, not 100, not 1,000, but 10,000 times. The 7th of October is going to be every day for you."
Yeah, and that's why they went out and warned you, the Pentagon, and Operation Peacekeeper, to where they've got UN troops over here, man. And they got these UN troops over here we know have been flooding into the borders for several years now because they're anticipating civil unrest. And this is going to be one of the reasons why, along with the elections, along with inflation, all these things are going to lead to this unrest, man, and all hell. So I'm going to go ahead and give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, those who rule well and who I learned this truth from. And salutations to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth in all sincerity and diligence, risking both lives and freedoms to do so. And shalom to the rest of the elect as we all await the second Exodus coming quickly by the hands of Lord Yahweh Shah. All right, this is your brother Ricardo Bar, and this is just an update touching on these current events, man, and the fact that this coming civil unrest, okay, coming terrorist attacks, which you clearly seen in this video. I believe students at Columbia University were pretty much protesting against the Jewish students and telling them, look, it's not going to just be the October 7th incident. All right, they said it's pretty much going to be 10,000 incidents like that, which, you know, we know that goes into pretty much domestic terrorist attacks, okay, the domestic terrorist attacks and things along those lines, man. And this is the reason why Amalek is coming with the Shalom Act and an anti-Semitism awareness bill, because they're about to completely make it illegal to speak out against the Zionists, man. And that's what you see happening. You see the famine of the word is literally manifesting before your eyes. You see how terrorist attacks are going to happen on American soil. You see civil unrest is ready to just break forth in these streets. So yeah, man, that's why they, went out and pretty much warned you people, look, we going to have these UN troops over here, right? They've been over here, as I said, they've been flooding over in this place, okay? All these military-aged men that everybody's seen. You've seen the videos, you've seen the truckloads, you've seen the Chinese, the African, the Northern, you've seen all these different middle-aged, military-aged men. Okay, over the last several years have been flooding into this place. It's no coincidence, man, because these devils have pretty much, they got everything lined up, man. Like the stage is set, and it's a lot of people don't think that we're going to have an election. And now you're seeing a lot of shit begin to pop off ahead of these elections, man. Okay, can't forget all them cyber attacks that was happening at the beginning of the year. Okay, and now it's to the point to where, Iran's president just died in a helicopter crash. You see, there's a lot of speculation over that. Okay, we can't really officially say what happened, but they're talking about it could be due to the weather, which sounds like bullshit, because I believe it was 2 other helicopters as well that, they didn't crash. All right, there's talks that because of the American sanctions that was put on Iran or whatever, they weren't able to get the parts or pieces they needed for the helicopter because it was which caused it to malfunction or whatever. Okay, articles going out talking about that, which again, none of it really, adds up. The only thing that really adds up is that it was Israel, man. Okay, the Zionists and or America that had a hand in it. You see what I'm saying? Now, like I said, we can't fully say, but I guarantee you that's what most people are leaning towards, man. So you have a complete division right now between Ishmael and the Israelis, man. Ishmael and Amalek, which I believe, I forget who said it, but one of these devils, one of these elites, these Illuminati, they went out, and I believe it was Albert Pike, but when they went into how they would pretty much orchestrate the Third World War, and they went out and told you that it would be brought about due to the tensions and the division between Amalek and Ishmael, man. So it's literally planned out, and I wish I could find that. Give me one moment. I'm gonna see if I can. Give me 1 second here, man. Yeah, let's see if I can grab that. I believe it was that devil Albert Pike, and okay, because you see this playing out, man. It's already happening. Okay. Yeah, let's see if this is it. It says a third world war will occur between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world. You see that? And I wonder how long ago this was written. I mean, centuries ago. Okay. But you see it happening, man. See, this is why we tell you, man, these elites, man, on the left, man, the elite banking families, they they fund the wars. They push, all the narratives into society. They do this shit, man. So ain't no coincidence that it's pretty much playing out exactly how they said it would. Now you got Palestinian protests and riots turning violent everywhere. These different campuses, which is causing legislation to be brought forth to where they're going to try to ban like the New Testament if you speak against the Jews, saying the Jews crucified the Messiah and shit like that won't be legal. You can't say the Jews run a social media and all this shit, man. See, which goes into the famine of the word. So like everything is happening, man. Everything is happening. We're at the end of this age, man. We're at the end of this shit. Okay, we're seconds away, man. But back to this Albert Pike, the Illuminati plan for the Third World War. It says a Third World War will occur between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world. The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and political Zionism, the state of Israel, mutually destroy each other. See, and that's the reason why we know, according to scripture, our land was divided by line. Okay, when you go into the UN partition plan, okay, let's look that, just type it in real quick. I'm not about to dive into it. When you go into the UN partition plan, that was literally a proposal by the United Nations, which we know who founded that. Okay, it was your elite banking families, okay, the Rothschilds, okay, etc. The United Nations partition plan for Palestine was a proposal by the United Nations which recommended a partition, which partition, to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure means to divide, of mandatory Palestine at the end of the UN, the British mandate. Just skip down so where you can understand that it. Give me one moment. Salakia, man. But it pretty much divided it up for the Muslims, the Muslim world, as well as the Israelis, and that's why they're constantly at war. Which, let's grab this, because scriptures told us our land would be divided by line multiple times, man. That our land was pretty much inhabited by heathen. Okay, this is Amos 7:17. It says, "Therefore, thus saith Yahweh, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, your Sukiana, sexy red, twerking on the tops of fucking cars, hopping out at fucking stoplights with their ass out." You know what I'm saying? Thy wife should be a harlot in the city. Thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line. Okay, and that partition plan back in 1947, all right, is an exact example of that. "And thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of his land." So we are not, by and large, the Israelites are not in the land of Israel. Okay, the land of Palestine, you have two different heathen groups over there. Okay, largely the Ishmael and Amalek, man. Let's grab this real quick. Luke 21 and 24, right? It says, It says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword. So you just read that. And they shall be led away captive into all nations. The Israelites are a scattered people, as we constantly tell you, man. Israelites are being scattered into the four corners of the earth. Okay, out of the land of Palestine, the land of Israel. It says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So showing you Jerusalem, okay, the people and the place is being trodden down by these heathen, man. Okay, our land is being trodden down by these Gentiles until the time of Gentiles be fulfilled, which we're in that time frame, man. We're in that generation. Okay, we know that when the fulfillment of the time of the Gentiles, that's when you go into the that statue. Okay, that statue in the book of Daniel. Okay, Daniel chapter 2. Okay, where the statue was destroyed by that stone, man, that great millstone, which, all right, is Lord Yahweh Shah. Okay, and that's when he returns. We know that when the Lord returns, that's going to set up the eternal reign and rulership of the Israelites. That's when the time of the Gentiles is going to be fulfilled, man. So this is all showing you that there are heathen in our land. And the fact is that, you know, this third war has been orchestrated. All right. And it's all done by the Most High, man, because it's time for these nations to receive a judgment. Okay. Starting with Esau, Edom. Now let's grab one more, showing you, man, that our land is, you know, it's like it says, been inhabited by imposters. And it's all by design. They've orchestrated this third war. So, like I said, man, you got the protests. You got the Iranian president just died in a helicopter crash. A lot of speculation surrounding it. You had it to where about a month ago, we know for the first time in modern history, Israel and Iran had directly attacked each other. So those tensions are still up in the air, man. So that's why it's not hard to believe that there was some foul play at work here. You see, and we're going to see how this play out. But we know that this is still good. This is just going to work to go into bringing about this third war, man. See, so everything's happening, man. This is Ezekiel 36 and verse 4. It says, therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord power. Thus saith the Lord power to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue, Salakia, of the heathen that are round about. Okay. Salakia, that's not what let me jump to the point. Verse 5. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which Idumea is the Greek way of saying Edom. So Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white nation, right? It says, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. So that just showed you 3 precepts showing you that the heathen started with Amalek, Esau, Edom, okay, has appointed our land into their possession, man. And that goes back into that UN partition plan, to where, you know, the Israelis, because which, you know, goes back to the Khazars, right? They wanted a homeland for those Amalekites. You see, so that's when they appointed our land into their possession, man. See, it says, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with despiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. Showing you that what? Jerusalem is being trodden down by these Gentiles, man. Okay? Right? Revelation 2 and 9, I know thou works in our poverty, but thou art rich. Right? And we know that the Amalekites are the house of Satan. See, the synagogue of Satan, man. I know them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Okay? You see? So yeah, back to the point being, man, is that, you know, these devils have orchestrated this third war, and you see it playing out. So this is going to bring a lot of violent riots, man, protests. Do you see in the video, they said, you know, 10,000 type October 7 events, right? We know the FBI director said he sees blinking red lights everywhere, man, as touching terrorist attacks on American soil. See, and they telling you, look, prepare for civil unrest. We got the UN troops over here, and you people just go to work. You go about your day to day like ain't shit going on the whole time. I mean, this shit is literally over, man. This shit is falling right before our eyes, man. Okay. And again, we got the elections coming up. You got whole lot of shit surrounding that, man. Which shit, we might not even have a fucking election at this rate, man. Okay, we're gonna watch and see how this shit play out. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, this is all by design. And Yahweh Bashim Shah is bringing it into this place. Okay. It says the war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and political Zionism, the state of Israel, mutually destroy each other. You see it happening, man. Look at the October 7th. Now Israel is fighting against Hamas, the Houthis in Lebanon. Okay, Hamas, the Houthis, or the Hezbollah in Lebanon, Salakia, the Houthis and Hamas. Okay, it says, meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economical exhaustion. So what? That's why we know Russia's siding with Iran. They've already pretty much went on record. You know, we already know they're with Iran. China's going to be with Iran. The line is drawn in the sand, man. Okay, America's pretty much just going to have, they're going to have to go to Israel's defense. You know, they may have Canada. You know, they may have certain NATO members for a while. But even then, we know, according to Revelation chapter 17, that members of the of NATO, the EU, which are the 10 horns, are going to turn on America, man. And it makes sense because you already see, like, Turkey, they were among the first ones to send helicopters to go and search for that when that downed Iranian helicopter. They was already, you know, on board with it, man. And also, too, I believe the information just went out, which I gotta fact check it even more. But France has, I believe France is on par with the ICC, the International Court, whatever it's called, charging Netanyahu with war crimes, man. They're on par with it. See, we know America's against it. So just showing you there's division between America and their allies, man. So, you know, everything that scriptures warned us about, told us was going to happen, you know, that the prophets, the men of the Lord have been warning you, okay, speaking these very same things that are written before they happen, they are happening, man. Okay, the Most High is bringing an end to this place, man. And if you can't fucking see it at this point, then you know what I'm saying, you just gonna be caught up in this shit, man, because, you know, it's going down, man. And you know, that's pretty much the point, right? So all hell is gonna break loose in America, man, and you should see numerous reasons as to why that is. You got all of those different, like Venezuela, Cuba, you know, the information went out. They've been releasing all those prisoners, and those prisoners have been flooding into the border, man. It's like they literally set America up to be the purge, to be a giant fucking prison, a prison country, man. Okay, like a fucking, when all hell breaks loose over here, man, which is coming quickly, all right, you can forget about it, man. If you don't have Yahweh Bashim Shah on your side, yeah, you through out here, man. All right, you through. So that's the point. I'm going to close out and give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Shah, DTA, blah, 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 blah. Shalom.